今天我要带大家来找一个归顺中华队最好的人选，走吧。知道答案是谁了吧？在我左边的这位先生呢 ，Mr. Chuck Garcia， 大家知道他就是 Charles Garcia， 不过只有他的朋友叫他 Chuck， 所以我是他朋友，非常的荣幸。How are you doing, Chuck?
How you doing? Thanks, Kenny.
All right. I'm sure we have a lot of fans out there. We want to know, like because you have been playing for Fubon for quite a while. You won the championship last year.
That's right.
And but a lot of people don't know like your childhood story.
Okay.
How did you start playing basketball?
It started. Well, my mom always say it started when I was in her stomach.
Right.
Because my dad played. He was a big basketball fan, so she would always say like, he was always a basketball player in my stomach, always moving around, always active.
Right.
But it started at an early age, man, and it just continued all my life.
Okay, where were you born and where were you like brought up?
I was born in South Los Angeles, California, but my parents my mom is from Belize and my dad is Costa Rican. Half Costa Rican, half Belizean.
Okay.
So I got a little mixed culture in me as well.
So what inspired you to start playing? I mean, does any particular person or any special setting? Like,
no,
were you any friends that brought you to the court?
My dad, he was a big basketball fan. He was well known in Belize.
Okay.
And then I just always had a ball in my hand. Always had a ball, and we'd go to his games at the park or wherever, you know what I mean? And it just carry on. I was just trying to carry on his legacy.
Right. And being brought up in LA area, I mean, basketball is very competitive.
For sure.
And do you remember like when you start taking that very seriously or in high school or, how did you compete in the high school level?
I took it seriously when I first hear about the rankings, players getting ranked and, all this crazy, I never knew about this because I was playing at the park, at my local park. I never knew about AAU basketball. I never knew about travel basketball until I got to high school in the 9th grade. So, therefore, that opened my eyes.
Right.
So, therefore, you start taking it seriously when you hear guys that's in your class or your peers that's, going to these big-time schools.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it's just like, whoa, I want to get there, too.
Right. Yogi Ferrell got ranked at age 10.
Yeah, that's,
Number one 10-year-old.
That's crazy to me. I never knew nothing about that. So, hearing all those guys getting ranked.
So, how did you play in high school?
I was okay. I was decent.
Okay.
I wasn't as tall. 9th grade, my freshman year, walking in at 5'7", 5'8".
I was taller than you.
Yeah. So, I wasn't really like how I am now. You know what I mean? My game, but I always had guard skills. That was a blessing for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And hit 10th grade, going to my 11th grade summer, I hit a growth spurt.
Right.
I hit I was 6 feet. In 10th grade, in that one summer, I hit 6'7".
One summer?
In one summer. Yes, sir.
Wow. Where is my 7 inches?
Yeah. All I remember telling my dad my knees is hurting.
Right.
I don't know what was going on.
Right.
I'm just in pain.
Right.
My knees.
All of a sudden, you're plastic, man.
Oh my God.
You're like stretching.
Stretch Armstrong, for real. You go gadget.
Right.
Man, yeah, 6 foot to 6'7" in one summer.
Right. So, I once heard James Worthy, getting interviewed. He said, I was, at North Carolina, and this new kid coming, Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And I was better than Michael Jordan in college for about 30 minutes until the first practice. I was better than you as a 9th grader.
A lot of people was, for sure.
For about one grade, for about 1 year. Yeah, okay.
For sure.
So, after high school, comes
sir.
college. When you go to college, you were about 6'8", 6'9"?
6'8", my freshman year. I attended Sacramento State gray shirted.
Okay.
Kind of focused on school.
Right.
And I was 6'8", gray shirted, and then I didn't really do the basketball thing, more focused on the grades now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but then as the times went on, I started working on my game.
Right.
And I had plenty of time to work on my game at that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as time goes on and you just playing competitive basketball with pros and stuff like that, the game expands.
Okay. So after Sac State, you transferred to something elsewhere?
Yeah, I transferred to junior college, 3 junior colleges in California.
Okay.
And then from junior college, I committed to University of Washington with Cameron Dollar. Unfortunately, that didn't go as well because, paperwork, transcripts, and stuff like that.
Right.
And then I had an opportunity to attend Seattle University, which it turned out perfect for me.
Right.
Best situation. They just first year turned D1, and then I made a big impact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And everybody's like, yo, who's this kid from a small school where Elgin Baylor attended?
Right.
And they like, wow, he's putting Seattle U back on the map. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Which was Cameron Dollar, which was, attended UCLA. He was big time there. So it was like a crazy buzz my first year. And yeah, that was unbelievable.
Well, so after college, becomes professional.
Yes, sir.
Were you aspirated to go to NBA draft, or
Yes, sir.
What was the what was that like?
Well, it was crazy. My first year, just going into college. I'm never thought about being an NBA draft, and because I never been on the big time board or nothing like that.
Right.
And so in 2010, man, I'm no kid. I had Danny Ainge. I had 30 NBA scouts at a game. I never felt this feeling before.
Right.
So this is all brand new to me.
Right.
All this attention was brand new to me. And so I entered the draft in 2010. Fortunately, I didn't get drafted, had a couple red flags and stuff like that, behind me, whatever. And yeah, it was a trip how that 1 year turned out.
Right. As my experience watching you play ball, you play with a lot of enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
You play with a lot of passion.
Yes, sir.
You play with a lot of skills.
Yes, sir.
You play with a lot of, energy.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes that energy is hard to harness.
Yes, sir.
Is that some of those white flag or red flags
Yeah,
might be?
yes.
And how did that work for you, like in your early professional career?
I'm going back to Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
I watched a lot of Kevin Garnett. I like how he approached the game.
Right.
He really got passionate about the game.
Right.
He yells, he screams, he's always
Getting people's face.
Not getting people's faces, more of his energy is just
Right.
how he carries himself on the court. And so I brought that, and I feel like I bring that as well.
Right.
And yeah, sometimes, people in the stands get misunderstanding of how my game is.
Right.
I play with a lot of energy. It's not necessarily I'm mad at my teammates or I'm mad at, certain someone. It's just me. It gets myself going.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, people look like, whoa, this guy's crazy. I got the tattoos going on. They think, oh man, this guy is, what he got going on? You know what I mean? So it's really not that. I just play with a lot of passion, a lot of, I just take pride in my game.
Right. That energy has taken you like everywhere in this entire world.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us like which country you've been to?
I've been to Spain, Madrid.
Okay.
Been to Spain, Madrid. I've been to the Philippines, Manila. I've been to Korea, South Korea. Been to Iceland. I've been to France. Now Taiwan is my home, I consider, but going to these different countries opened me a lot in basketball, adjusting to your locals. You got to adjust to your locals.
Right.
Me going at a young age, you think that, I got to score 30 points for a team to like me, or that's not the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's once you adjust to your locals adjust to you, sky's the limit, man.
Right. Sometimes it's how you fit in with the team.
Oh,
and
for
if
sure.
we can take the trophy.
For sure.
And, so how is Taiwan different from all these different, countries that you've been to as far as basketball and, the culture goes?
I could say Taiwan is different basketball-wise because it's a fast-paced game.
Right.
In Spain, that league is a well-known league. It's really not fast-paced, but it's a good pace like of the NBA.
Right.
But Taiwan basketball is just a fast. When I came here, I was like, whoa, whoa. Actually, I take that back. When I went to Korea, that's when I first experienced the fast pace of basketball.
Right.
It blew my mind. It blew me. So coming here, I was like, all right, pretty similar to Korea.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was still fast paced. I had to keep up, man.
Okay.
It was
so
different.
Now you're in Taiwan for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
How would the difference between the SBL league and the new ABL league that you're playing this year?
Different. It's different. Like I said, SBL is real fast paced. ABL is more of a pace game because you're dealing with different teams and different locals.
Right.
They don't always play fast. You know what I mean? And you find different matchups. No knock to the locals in Taiwan.
Right.
They're not as tall as other locals, power forwards.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have a power forward from Malaysia or Singapore that's 6'8", 6'7".
Right.
Coming to Taiwan, you might have a local that's 6'5", 6'6".
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
I would say that's the only difference is different with the sizes and the matchups.
Right. So, lately I've been, watching a lot of Taiwanese national team play.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you follow the game too.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? You think we can,
I'm
naturalize you to become Taiwanese?
I'm trying.
I could convince you to, maybe, play for the national team in Taiwan?
I'm trying. It's going back and forth with FIBA. I hope FIBA sees this. I'm trying to get this deal done.
Okay.
But, like I said, I'm trying. I would really consider it.
What is really like the roadblock for this to happen?
Because I played for Belize national team.
Oh.
I played for FIBA. It was like a qualified game, Panamera game. And so, that's the only roadblock, I would say. I played it was 2 summers ago.
Okay. Yeah, that could be a problem because, that's like the FIBA rule, right?
Yeah.
Unless they sign a release for you.
Exactly.
Which, we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll see what happens.
But lastly, I think a lot of people see you on the court, they see this madman, like, dunking on everybody, yelling his top of his lungs,
right.
and, I see he's all tattooed up.
Yes, sir.
Why you have so many tattoos and what does it mean to you? And, does it represent each event of your life that's significant so you keep a track on your body?
To be honest with you, when I was growing up, I wanted to have the image like Allen Iverson.
Okay.
And then I want to have a game like Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
So I want to, mix
that's a good
that.
combo.
Yeah, I want to mix that up. And then also I like to draw.
Okay.
I like to draw on my free time as well. So, I express my art on my body because, when I'm free, I love to draw, I love painting, I love all that art stuff.
So a lot of tattoos on your body are your own creation.
Some
you're inspired by your own
Yeah,
drawing.
for sure. My own creation, sometimes, I'll draw something on my self with a pen or something.
Right.
I'm like, man, I'm gonna get this tatted on me. I'm gonna get this permanent.
That's good. Maybe I'll try that sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this permanent on me. Yeah. So I got a lot of cover-ups. I got a lot of stuff that's not done. But yeah, tattoos is definitely like my second passion.
Okay, Chuck. Last question. On the basketball court, how do you describe your go-to move, especially in the open court?
My go-to move.
What's your go-to move? I envision your go-to move is that picked up 0 step and
that's
1, 2 more steps. A lot of times people say, hey, he traveled. I don't think you travel, but
right.
How did that come about?
To be honest with you, man, I watch a lot of Giannis.
Oh, okay.
I watch a lot of Giannis, man, and I picked up some stuff from him, and it worked. And then plus, you're playing in FIBA now, you can take an extra step. A lot of players don't know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to Giannis, man. He's definitely
all good.
All good.
All right. Thank you for being with us today, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, I'll see you in the Chinese Taipei uniform very soon.
Thank you, boss. Nice seeing you.